everyone. My name is Anuva Kakkar and I have been suffering from a very serious condition. A chronic itch to try everything in life. I wanted to travel solo. So as soon as I got my first paycheck, I took a 24 hours local bus to the last village of India. I was in full bunny mode from Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, except with little less charm and more motion sickness. I did a 30 days mountaineering course in the first summer break of my college with 50 strangers. I did theatre because I wanted to express myself better. I learned guitar too but left that halfway. And at the age of 21, I found myself on the streets of Gurgaon starting my own company. Because for me, life was about getting your hands dirty and figuring things out along the way. But if you had met me in school, you would not recognize me. I was shy and an introverted kid who would skip a heartbeat if asked to raise hands in class. I was bullied for being the quiet one, and over time my self-confidence crashed. I thought I had nothing special to offer. So when I moved to college, I thought, okay, this is my reset button. Life has given me one more chance to rebuild my personality. So I started to say yes more often. And I felt, okay, all it takes is exactly 7.5 seconds of insane courage to say yes. Just 7.5 seconds of insane courage to process an opportunity, not overthink, and raise your hands and say yes. So I said yes to becoming one of the first volunteers at this newly opened startup incubation center at my college, and that yes changed everything. While my batchmates were attending the regular course classes, I was spending most of my time listening to the startup pitches. And it opened my world. I started to feel the fire in my belly. And it is this time when I was also bitten by the startup bug. I now wanted to be an entrepreneur. But by doing what? Selling what? Building what? I knew nothing. So what I experienced after that is what I want some of you to experience as well today. Okay, we will play a quick game. We have 15 seconds and you have to count the maximum number of red color objects in this room. Sounds good. 15 seconds and maximum red. You cannot name a random number. If asked, you will have to tell where those red objects are placed. I'll start the timer. Please go. Okay, stop. Can somebody please tell me how many red objects you counted? Yes, please. How many? 7. 11. Okay. Anyone who counted more than 11 red objects? Okay, yes. 12. Okay. Anybody more than 12? How many? 25. You counted 25 red objects in this auditorium. How many purple objects did you count? Probably none. Grey? None. Because you were looking for red. And precisely that is how our life also unfolds. You see what you really want to see. They always say ideas and opportunities are everywhere, but when we actually focus on them is when we find them. So I was focusing and I was searching for my next big idea. And fast forward a year, I got my idea. An idea of building a chocolate drinks brand. Why this idea is a story for another day. But as soon as I got this idea, the next thing I knew, I was standing outside the metro stations in Gurgaon with a big silver jar, a couple of pamphlets, a pack of disposable cups, convincing commuters to please try my hot chocolate. Let's pause for a second, okay? You might think, Anuva, why go through all this? Why stand on the streets when you could have just built a website, run AI-generated ads and launch from behind a screen? We live in a world where AI can do almost anything. Generate ads, write caption, automate your customer service and even build businesses. So selling on the streets is an idea of past, right? Wrong. Because while AI can do anything, is shaping the future of our country, what's next for us? For you and for me, for entrepreneurs, for creators, for managers and for the leaders. For us, the power and the real potential today lies more than ever it did in the past in community building, storytelling and influencing. When I was standing there on the streets of Gurgaon, and my hands were shaky and nervous, okay? My heart was bumping much, much faster. But what I did that day, no AI could have done. AI can write you a 10,000 word script in 1 second, but it cannot look right into the eyes of your customer and build trust. AI can optimize, but it cannot hustle. Sometimes you really need to brute force and not the other way around. So when I stood on the streets, my first sale I made to my friend, who was too afraid of me to say no. My second sale was to this random uncle who was passing and stopped for direction. But my third sale, that was real. And then one after the other. I sold the freaking one jar in just 52 minutes. And the fire in my belly, that burned even stronger. I knew I had to take the next step. So I tasted cacao from 50 plus Indian farms, perfected my recipe, and started making chocolate packets, chocolate blend packets at home. Measuring, packing, sealing, everything done by my hand. But soon then what happened is what I wasn't prepared for. People wanted more, and my small home setup couldn't keep up. My house had a beige colored wall which turned brown. The community I built over time, they wanted more and they pushed me to scale bigger. I never knew how to build a factory, but they believed in us when we really didn't figure it out. So I said, okay, fine, I will figure it out along the way. I moved to my hometown in Agra and built our first 350 square feet factory. The first person to join us there was a daughter of a vegetable seller from where my mom purchased vegetables for over a decade. That space also then we outgrew and moved to a 900 square feet, hire more people. We are soon moving to a 3000 square feet this April. We chose to build Tiggle differently. We didn't wait for the investor money and said whatever we have, we will launch with this and focus on building a community-driven brand. But how do you really build a community-driven brand? While we could have purely relied on automated customer service and AI-generated ads, we knew this will not help us build a real human connection. So we hosted super fun, wholesome, crazy meetups with our customers to meet them in person. We sent plain text-based emails instead of well-designed, salesy emails and saw 10 to 12x better conversion rate. And by the way, a typo in your email now is no longer a mistake. It actually makes you more human in this world which is obsessed with perfectionism. We started to share real and raw stories from behind the scenes of building a brand. We opened up a new sub-community called People Who Create, where our customers come together and help us right from sourcing the ingredients to blind tasting to pricing to packaging and right to the launch strategy. When due to surge in orders, we delayed the dispatch. Instead of saying, hey, we are sorry, we wrote a one-page poem for them, explaining them the real issue and saying, we are not saying this will not happen again. It might, we are humans. But we promise you that we are becoming better for you. And you know what? All of this combined works because people connect with people and they connect with stories and not perfectly optimized sales funnel. So today when you go home, I have a task for you. You sit with your batchmates, you sit with your hostel mates, you sit alone and ask yourself what is your fire in the belly? What is that one thing that actually excites you beyond reason? It could be anything. It could be tackling the pollution problem of a country or building the next big snacks brand.